Alright, so currently long the VIX here at 1950. The rationale behind this trade is twofold: early bird play in effect, and secondly, looking for a reaction to yesterday's Fed announcement. A pretty good pattern that sometimes plays out is the market tends to go in the opposite direction the following day of the Fed announcement. So I think what usually happens is that clearer heads prevail. People realize that they may have gotten on the wrong side of the announcement, and then they play the reaction and take the opposite side. So that's what we're looking for today, is an opportunity to participate in that opposite reaction by going long the VIX. And also the VIX happens to have an unfilled gap which could act as a magnetic target. It's really far away though, at 2076, which would be pretty far for the VIX to move. So we'll see what happens with that. It is 9:42. Alright, quick update. The VIX has now hit plus 1R. And we trail our stop now to minus 1R. 9:44. Alright, so quick update. Just hit 2R, 1977. The market is still breaking down. If you take a look at the ES, you can see it kind of fell out of bed there. If you look at the longer time frame chart, and you can still see that it has some weakness. We can see that there's an opportunity for it to fall back into this range here, yesterday's area. So the VIX position looks okay at this point. We'll just keep managing it and trailing appropriately. Hit 2R, so now we trail the par. So now a free trade. It is now 9:52. Alright, quick update. Just hit 3R. It's now moving more aggressively. If you take a look on the 15-minute time frame, what we'll see here is that it just broke out of the 30-minute opening range. So that's very positive. We don't want to see it for it to go back inside the opening range once this bar closes. So going back to the 2-minute chart, getting close to 4R, we now trail, still trailing by 2, so we now moved our stops to plus 1R, so we're guaranteed to capture plus 1R in this trade no matter what, and we're just going to let it run. Again, really big upside targets is 2076, which would be considerably far away, way up around here, but the immediate shorter term targets would be, I would see somewhere around this range here, around 20.5 as being an attractive area before it begins to hit with some resistance. So we'll see how that plays out. Otherwise, we just manage our stops. It's now at 10:20. Alright, quick update. Just hit 4R at 2006. We now trail to 2R. So we've captured in and locked in 2R at the minimum. Alright, so at this point, still looking like the position was moving in our favor. We'll see the VIX here. As you can see, we just had on the longer term chart, the 15-minute chart, we just had a bullish hammer, setting up right off the opening range high there, so it's very productive for this position to continue to move. And again, we're still expecting it to head towards this area here. So let's continue to hold it and let's see how it plays out. First target would be somewhere around the 2040 range, and then if the market really starts to get going, then the 2075, 2076 range would be a very attractive target. So that would be a considerable move here, as we're only sitting at 4R right now. So the time is now 10:51, and we've been holding on to this trade for about an hour and 15 minutes. Check back in a bit. Alright, so quick update. I just stopped myself out of this position for plus 4R. Decided to make a decision there because the high here was 20 and 20, and that's 1 penny away from our 5R, which was close enough. So using the 251 approach, I trailed my stop to 4R, so we got filled at 20.06. It's possible here the VIX could pull back a bit deeper and then continue to make its move, but at this point I think I've captured the easy money. So this trade wraps up at 11:02 for plus 4R. So not a bad trade to start the day on Thursday. So we'll let the video run a little bit longer to see where the market goes from here. Looks like at this point, let's just take a look at the broader market here. Again, you could pull back, you can tell by the 15-minute chart here. Price got a little bit ahead of itself. As you can see from just the distance between the 5-period moving average and the bar, there's a good chance that it has to do some consolidation here, or it has to catch up with this 5-period moving average. So that could either result in the price action going down, or you just might get a bit of sideways action here. But again, I would expect the VIX to continue to go higher so long as the opening range high here is not violated, and the low of this candle here, specifically this area here, 1977, if it doesn't break down below there, I think that it's possible that the VIX continues to move higher for the day. But for now, this trade is done. Just a quick update to this position. Looks like it's continuing its move. So you can see there it broke through the 5R mark here. There's an opportunity here to get long, and looks like it's still going up. So clearly there's a chance to hold longer. I made the choice to take quick profits for plus 4R, but as you can see now it's moving past 5R towards 6R now. So the next stop is 2036. We take a look at the longer term chart. Let's bring it up here. We see a nice strong bar here, and we're moving towards our 2040 range that we identified earlier. So let's keep watching it. There's an opportunity here to get long on this bar. Kind of a breakout play using momentum trade when it takes out the previous highs, or you can wait for some more consolidation and try to buy a pullback. But the targets that we identified before still stand. Let's see how it plays out. Another quick update. We just hit plus 6 on the initial trade. If we were still in that one, we would have trailed to plus 5R. So regardless, you would have locked in 5R if you had decided to hold versus taking early profits like I did. So we're going to keep managing this and watching it, because I still think there's a little bit upside, although it's getting a bit extended here. So we'll have to wait and see how it plays out, as the ES here had a bit of a bounce. You can see here it's dropping some long shadows, and it may be the opportunity here for some folks who got short early, or long if you did one of the inverse products, to take some profits like we did. So let's wait and see what happens. Regardless, if you had stuck with the plan, you would have captured at least plus 4R to plus 5R. So very good trade. Alright, just another quick update. It's now 11:38, just a few minutes from my last comment. The VIX hit the 6R mark at 2037. That was as high. 6R mark was 2036. And then it did break down. So would have got stopped out had we held it to its entirety at 5R at 2021. That would have been the stop out place. In fact, it's come down now to a low of 2006. So, you know, we would have got stopped out here at the 5R or 4R. I personally took it out at 4R. And if we take a look at the bigger picture once again, you can see, you know, we kind of called it in the beginning that the 2039 area, somewhere around there, was going to be the initial resistance, and that certainly came to be. That was the first little area that I had to kind of consolidate, and it's doing that now. If we take a look at the ES, and we saw that initial bounce, if you recall, by these long shadows in that same kind of inverse area of the VIX. And that's where some of these early shorts took some profits. Alright, so good trade. I got plus 4R out of it. If you decide to be a little braver and hold, then you could have squeezed out plus 5R. So good trade for a Thursday.